Hi, we're on the floor today. It's a little bit different than our regular tea time episodes, and that's because we're starting a new series here on Wednesdays that I call Inner Work Wednesdays. The intent is to have like a less new agey LGBTQIA plus friendly space for us to work on our inner selves. I've found that a lot of more meditative mindfulness spaces, while they can be embracing of trans people, they can also be a little bit overwhelmingly white and cis, which is not a huge issue for some people. And honestly, I have a lot of white cis friends as well as non-white cis friends, but I don't know. It just feels off sometimes. I don't know if you've been in a space where, they've been banging some drums or doing some chakra work or whatever, and then you feel like, this just doesn't feel right. There feels like something's missing here. So, I just wanted to make this for trans folks to have an opportunity to get access to some of these methods that work within the more like mindfulness and new agey kind of realm, but are really like honed into a more grounded practice that I think acknowledges the earth and acknowledges the heaven and those kind of connections between them, instead of getting lost into kind of like, my energy centers and like interdimensional portals and what have you. Like, no, we're not going to talk about that. I mean, we could. Honestly, we could at some point. But today is going to be a really simple practice. And it's about finding your inner voice, as well as working and creating more of your inner voice, which is going to translate into your voice. I feel like when you're transitioning, it's really, really difficult to find yourself as you are shifting so much. You kind of become a vessel that is shape shifting, and the parts that you thought were you sort of kind of like can get pushed to the side as you find new parts of you, and it's just kind of like a whole flow. I've been transitioning actively for about 2.5 years, and I still find value in kind of like practicing this and discovering more of my voice, because there's years and years and years of repression that can happen that can kind of hold you back from fully embracing things. And I'm always discovering new layers. So without further ado, if you would like to join me, wherever you are, please sit and take a second to kind of sink in. I should ask you, are you down for this? Are you really down for this? Okay. If you're down, I would like you to really try this out and give it your best shot. And that also means suspending the world outside, the thoughts outside, and like any of your own critique of what this experience can be like. Allow yourself to fully embrace and experience this, okay? All right, so let's do this. So finding your inner voice. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to take your hand, right or left, and place it over your heart. And close your eyes for a second to reduce the amount of stimulation that your mind is getting. So close your eyes and feel your hand on your heart and feel your heart on your hand. That may sound weird, but just contemplate that feeling for a second, where you can see the different perspective of feeling your hand with your heart and your heart with your hand. My body just let out a sigh. If your body lets out a sigh or you notice your breathing changes, that's a good thing. Let's take a deep breath. Let's teach the body that it's time to change and shift gear modes. Take a deep breath and let it out. 2 more. Take a deep breath and let it out. 1 more. Good. Now rest here for a second. Just feel the connection between your hand and your heart. Ground into the body. Now, take this feeling that you're starting to develop between your hand and your heart and move it into the center of your spine behind your heart. Does that feel different? How does that feel now? And take that feeling and move that feeling down your spine, one vertebra at a time. One vertebra, another vertebra, another vertebra, and keep going a little further down as you sink down your spine, down into your lower back, and down from your lower back into the tailbone, all the way down into the tailbone. And then allow this feeling to then drift out of your tailbone and into the earth. And feel it start to pierce right into the earth and go down and down and down and down and falling like gravity, down and down and down, all the way until the center. And now feel an opening connecting with the center of the earth. Feel that opening, connecting with that energy and allowing the feeling that now you are connected with to flow up from the center of the earth. And now up, 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 and then up into the tail of your spine. Yeah, and then up, 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 up through your spine, and then back to kind of the center behind your heart. And take a moment to kind of absorb this feeling and allow this feeling to start to spread from behind your heart into your heart and into your hand. And now imagine this feeling expanding through the rest of your body in a circle, in a big orb, as it fills the space. Imagine this big gold orb kind of surrounding you and expanding into yourself, being more of you, being more of who you are. Okay? Now I'd like to take this energy and move it up into your neck. See how that feels. And then move it up into your head, where your mind can also be very active. And allow the thoughts to kind of dissipate and relax and move out and just clear themselves. You don't need to get rid of them. They can just leave. And slowly move up to the top of your head until you reach your crown, which is the center top part of your head, and allow that to kind of expand as well. And we're going to move up a little higher above the head to a place where it's, said we weren't going to talk about energy, but yeah, this is an energy center up here. There's a place about a foot above your head. We're going to open that too. Yeah, and now imagine a little bit further, another foot above, so 2 feet above your head. Imagine another orb opening up. And feel that expansion there. Now is the time to welcome in our feminine self, the feminine energy, or if you're a trans man, the masculine self, the masculine energy. And imagine this kind of like orb that you've now opened 2 feet above your head to kind of be this net, this portal, this capture that allows this part of you to come through. So allow that feeling of her, of him, to come in through this portal. It is you. Allow yourself to, the true you, to kind of come through this and enter into your own being. Call in your own feminine self, your own masculine self. And allow her or him to flow into this body and to start to take up space. How does it feel? How does she feel? How does he feel? How are you reacting to this feeling? Slowly allow her or him to express themselves. Allow them to dance, allow them to play. Allow this feeling to just move around you. This is you. Yeah, it's been you all along. Allow this feeling to expand and to spread its wings a little bit. And we talked about your inner voice, so let's go to your throat. And let's allow this feminine or this masculine energy to kind of move around in your throat as well. See how that feels. I'm feeling a little tension in my throat, and I'm allowing that to kind of let go. Okay, we're going to take one last breath to expand to this feeling. Breathe it in. That felt really good. Let's do 2 more breaths. Breathe in this feeling. And one more time. And then out. Now, allow yourself to feel your body, to feel your toes, to feel your fingers, to feel your head, to feel your eyes, and slowly make your way towards opening up your eyes and coming back to this world. How do you feel? I felt like I was brought to tears there a little bit, feeling that part of me kind of come through. How was that for you? I'd love to hear how this experience was. This is definitely an experiment, but something that I deeply, deeply want to share, because we talk about these things conceptually, but sometimes the practice is much better at getting to the heart of it because it bypasses the whole mental thing. So let me know how it was, and if you have other things you'd like to work with for next Inner Work Wednesdays, we totally can do that. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'll say goodbye this time in German, how they say it here, which is tschüss. Bye.